Vertical Cloud Lab. So we are human redesigning the AI-made parts in Fusion, so that we have parametric models that we can use and alter however we want, and better than just the STL files that AI was giving us. AI also gave us step files, so I have that right here, and so we're going to use that a little bit later. That is really nice for measuring distances and things. But for now, we're going to make, in the last video we made this auger, has the screw and everything. This is the section view. And today we're going to make, we're going to add the gear. So first, in order to add the gear, you have to go up to Utilities and go over here to Add-ins and Scripts and Add-ins. So you can see, if you click on Add-ins, you can see a little bit better. But spur gear, you have to make sure that it's clicked on for run. So that just means that there's a collection of, there's a program that Fusion has written that makes spur gears really well. And so we want to be able to use that. So if we go down here to spur gear, so again, that's the Create tab down here in spur gear. It pops up with this module. So if you go here to module, you can click on put in 1, 44, and then the default here is 2. If you do that, then it gives you a little error. So I'm just been putting 0.5. And then the whole diameter is 24. I'm doing 24 because the outer diameter of the auger is 25. And so there should be a little bit of overlap there. And so we don't have to worry about them not interfacing or something like that. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then it's going to say OK. And it's going to make a new body in here. There you go, spur gear 44 teeth. Yeah, so that's great. But it's in the wrong place. This is the only problem. So that's what we need to work on now. So yeah, so if we right click here, we go up here to move. You can also click the M. Click M. You can move it up here, or we can move it with the Z over here. You see, I moved it up 40 and then moved it up over here as well. I'm going to hit cancel because we don't know how high we need to move it yet. So I'm going back to my step file, going over here to measure. I'm just going to measure the distance here between this and between like this bottom face and the bottom face of this gear here. That is 78.33 millimeters. And that is a weird dimension, it's true. But it makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense as far as why AI picked that, because AI did pick that. But it makes sense as far as, I know that this shaft here, this is 83.33 millimeters. And so, and I know that this is 10 millimeters tall. And so that doesn't make sense as far as in relation to other things, how high that should be, but it is a very weird dimension. So going back over here, again, we'll click move for the gear, go to the Z distance here and say I'm going to go up 78.33 3 millimeters. Let me hit OK. And then just to check here, I'm going to measure from this bottom face to the bottom face of this gear. And that should say 78.333 millimeters. It's important to check this also just because we're not totally sure where the anchor point is, and so we need to make sure that it really is going to the bottom. It could have moved it to a different, if we had been measuring in relation to the top or the middle, then it would have been a slightly different number, but it did create it just flush with the ground, and so that made it really easy for us. We just move it up that much. Okay, so this is great, but we still have two different bodies here. Notice that in the file that I'm using here, we have the shaft, which is just what it calls this whole auger thing. And then we also have this coil, and this coil is what we used in the last video to as a reference to make the screw. And so yeah, so as long as we keep that turned off, then it's fine. Yeah, so we just need to combine these now. And so if we go to shaft, and then we hold control and click on spur gear, then I'm just going to click on combine here. Target body, tool bodies, it's got it both selected. You can also just click on combine first and then select them. I believe target body is the should be the shaft or the auger. That's what will kind of maintain identity, and the spur gear will be combining with the shaft, not the other way around. But yeah, and we're not trying to cut them out or intersect them. We're trying to join them. And so, yeah, I'm going to press OK. You can also keep the tool if you want to keep a copy of the gear, but we don't need that. So I'm going to press OK. And now we have one beautiful part. So again, we can see the cross section here. If we turn off this cross section view, then you can just see the regular auger. And yeah, so that is looking pretty good. That's what we need. Yeah, one piece that is accomplishing everything that we needed to do. So in the next video, we'll add the top threading. We'll add a thread here and then a cap that can also add to it. But yeah, that's how you add a gear onto this.